I learned there's only two things a person can do: how a person thinks and how a person reacts. And if we give people that power of how they make us think and how they make us react, then we gave everything to everybody. So I feel like if you can control how you feel and you can know your worth and know what you are, then you don't need to worry about inadequacies. You yourself are enough.
How I've overcome inadequacies, or how I've learned to overcome inadequacies in my everyday life, has been through looking inwards, reflecting, self-introspection, looking at where I am, but also looking at where I want to be and how far I've come. You know, so often we do this thing where we say, I'm not where I want to be, right? But it's important for us to take a moment and look at where you are, and also look backwards at where you used to be and make that comparison to say, I'm definitely not where I want to be, but at the same time, where I am is a beautiful place, or maybe not such a beautiful place, but I'm also not where I used to be. So it's so important to just make that choice to reflect, to self-introspect, and to look inwards and say, I've learned. And what's also important that I've learned in overcoming my everyday inadequacies in my everyday life is forgiving myself for certain things that I've allowed to happen, and also to forgiving those who took part in those particular events.
Just being very positive, keeping a very positive mindset, having the right people around me, people like Anesu, people like my best friend, people like my supervisor actually, and who constantly just remind me, you're good enough, you deserve to be here. There's no need for you to feel like you cannot achieve anything in life that you set your mind to. And also the one big thing that I learned this year was, as much as I felt like I wasn't good enough, I would look back into my journey and the things I've achieved so far and be like, Jane, you've done well. You are going to do well. This is just one of those obstacles in life, but you're going to achieve it. You're more than enough because you know what you're capable of. So just constantly reminding myself that I am good enough, and having people around me to remind me that I am more than good enough.
I've learned to overcome inadequacy in my everyday life by understanding that I am more than enough. And being more than enough does not always depend just solely on me. I can leverage and rely on the people around me, like my friends, my family, and my network when it comes to business. Because many times inadequacy refers to things like maybe lack of skills, when you feel like you don't have enough resources, not enough information to make a certain decision. And that can now translate into feelings of inadequacy. And also feeling inadequate also appeared when I felt like I was comparing myself to other people. So everyday tools that I apply for myself is to also stop comparing myself with others, and knowing that, you know, I'm different. I might not be perfect, but I do have more than enough to give in every situation that I need to deal with. And where I am lacking, again, I need to gain the right skills. I need to leverage the right information, but also lean on the people that I need to get help from.
So only of late, literally during the lockdown period, that I really had the time and the much needed restriction to actually go and do introspective mindset work. And in doing so, I worked through so many limiting beliefs, worked literally on my inner demons. And in doing so, I found and realized that all the past trauma, all the past, let's say, bad aspects has grown and shaped me into how I am now. I know that things, they always say, if things that don't hurt you or break you will literally make you stronger. As cliche as that might sound, it literally is the truth. So I found that with all the hate speech, with all the negativity, with people's opinions, and just also with my outlook and my way of handling it, I realized that as hard and as scary as it might be, you need to set those boundaries. You need to find that and realize that because you exist, you are worthy. Because you are a woman, you are strong. Yes, they say women are strong, yes, feminism, empowerment, but you need to really believe that. You need to go deep into yourself and do the hard work. Go and clear out all the clutter, clear out the noise. Forget about the constraints that your parents have deposed onto you, what society has deposed onto you, what bringing up in your schools have deposed onto you, and just find your own voice, find who you are as a person, what your purpose is, what you want to bring to your life, what you want to do and bring to others. Yes, everyone is yes, but it's all about me. To an extent, by all means, do the work for yourself, but also realize that you are not alone in your journey. There are so many other people out there that, when you might not realize, they are going through exactly the same thing. Through my journey of transformation, physically, mentally, I've met so many women and men who go through exactly what I have, and it's not being spoken about at all. Abusive relationships within romantic partners, with parents, with just other women in general. So speak about your journey, express your journey, share your journey, find and realize your true worth, know that you, and truly believe it. Look at yourself in the mirror and just know that you're worthy. Tell yourself you're worthy, know that you're beautiful, and just literally being grateful for that and knowing that and reminding yourself every single morning, you can overcome any negativity, any barrier that comes to yourself. You will know that because you exist, you're worthy, you are enough, and that alone will get you through pretty much 99 or all obstacles that face your way.
I've learned to overcome inadequacy in my everyday life by taking responsibility for my emotions. As much as the situations you're thrown into have an impact on how you feel, people don't necessarily have to carry the burden or the brunt of making you feel okay. And once you realize that, you can start to step into your own and take charge of the future that you're looking to have. So as much as we need to be responsible for our actions, we also need to be responsible for the words we use and how we impact the world around us.
So I think we experience inadequacy in so many different spaces, in the workplace, at church, in our homes, in various spaces. We are always faced with inadequacy. And I think, most days we feel like we're not enough. We are not enough to play out these roles. We're not enough in our jobs. We encounter this all the time. And I think it's not necessarily something that one day you just overcome. I think it's just a journey that you go through. The more self-aware you are, the more you connect with your strengths and your weaknesses, the easier it is to face inadequacy. The more you start loving the things of the parts of yourself that you hate, and the more you develop your weaknesses, turn them into strengths, the easier it becomes to handle inadequacy.